Good evening, everyone. I hope my voice is audible to all of you. May I get a quick confirmation over the YouTube chat box. Am I audible to you? Just a quick yes or no in the chat box before we begin. Good evening, Keshav. Hey guys, I welcome you all to the SBR March 2025 orientation session. So in this session, I'm going to discuss all about SBR. That's what you can see in the title of your video as well. So in this session, we are going to discuss why SBR is important, what goes into SBR, and what will be the exam format. And if you are enrolled into the batches at TG Profs, this orientation is basically for all the students who are already enrolled or who are planning to enroll. But if you're a self-study student, then also you can refer to this video because I have talked about SBR tips and tricks, because I'm going to talk about all the stuff related to your study planner. So study planner basically means that what all topics you will cover by which date. So I'll give you exact dates by which you should be done with your topics. Your way of study. Should I study from the study text? Should I study from the lectures? Should I study just like from some random notes? And what about practice? Should I do simultaneous practice? That means as in when I do the concepts, I should practice along with it, or should I start with my practice after the concepts are completed? So this is something that I'm going to cover quickly in this session, and I'll run through all of the things. My introduction, of course, and then we'll talk about our past results. We'll talk about difficulty of SBR as well. Plus, how, if you are enrolled, how can you ask your doubts? What are the live sessions that you're going to have? Plus, as you all know, this time we are going to have increased level of live sessions. So there are some concepts in SBR for which I already have pre-recordings, but I will cover these concepts live because I believe that these concepts are very tricky. And if you're there in a live class to attend them, you can get your doubts resolved as and when they arise. So that's what we are going to discuss today. So quickly, let's get started with our session. And I hope I'm visible and audible to all. So I'm just going to share my screen with you. And after the class, in the description box, you will also find this PDF that I'm just going to share. Okay, so that's me on YouTube. Well, okay, here we go. So this is our PDF, which we are going to use today. So we are talking about SBR March 2025 orientation. And if I talk about the tutor introduction, you all know you are on my channel. So you know my name is Tashrita Gupta. That was a huge surprise, by the way. And I am teaching FR, SBR, and Advanced Audit and Assurance since 5 years. For AAA, I took a break for a while, but now I have resumed it since 1 year. And I was one of the world's youngest ACCA affiliate. I qualified my ACCA back in 2020. Since 5 years, we've got 15 plus rank holders across these papers, FR, SBR, and AAA. So basically, my expertise is in IFRS. International Financial Reporting Standards is what I am specialized into, which is why I have also taught in platinum approved learning providers across India and various colleges across India. And I've also trained to few corporates IFRS. So you all know in corporate, if even if you're working in audit sector or you're working in the financial reporting sector, what is all important for you is IFRS. It's all, everything is just revolving around IFRS. So that is not just important for your exams in ACCA, but IFRS is widely needed after your exams. That means when you're giving your interviews or even when you're working. Till date, so many students use my grant revision and they would come to me and say, we were working in audit sector, we've qualified ACCA, we forgot the standards, and then again we refer to your video and we are able to work better because of the training of IFRS that you've given on the YouTube. So what I want to say from this point is that SBR is not just relevant until you pass ACCA. SBR is also relevant even after you become an ACCA, years after being a experienced auditor, years after being a accountant in a big company, you are still relevant with international financial reporting standards. And these days, even in India, we're going to, shift completely from Indian accounting standards to IFRSs. Almost everyone is moving towards international financial reporting standards because of the globalization. So everyone wants comparability and they are shifting to IFRSs, right? So that's my introduction and a little bit of introduction, because when I give my introduction, I have to introduce IFRS as well. So these are some results of our September 2024. I mean, we are just done with December attempt. So the results for December are clearly not out yet. They'll be out on 17th of January. So I'm sure there are many students here who are waiting for the December results. But September results are in front of you. You can check it on my Instagram handle as well if you want to. So the highest mark was got by one of our students who got 86 in September. So there was a student in previous attempts who got 88 as well. So on an average, I would say the pass rate is revolving around 70% for our batches, online batches. So it keeps on, like, a little bit fluctuation is there in every batch, but on an average, it is 70%. Now you must say that, ma'am, 70% maybe is too low or maybe is too high. But you should know that ACCA's pass percentage is 50% approx. So our pass percentage at TG Profs is 20% higher than the ACCA's pass percentage. And you all must know I'm teaching online. So of course, we can't control the students. We can't go and check how much they have done, whether they're covering the classes or not. So it's all via Zoom. I try to be as interactive as possible. This time I'm going to be very interactive because this is the new year. So that's my new year resolution, more live classes. So yes, we are going to be very interactive, and I'm supposing this pass percentage should go up till 90% this time. That's our target. Let's achieve it together. So yes, this is our results. And if you are a student who wants to enroll, who have not yet enrolled, our premium batch is starting today. So if you guys have already enrolled, you are also into the premium batch. This is your first class. You all know, you all were waiting for the March attempt planner. There were so many messages in the group regarding the plan. So today we officially begin with our March 2025 batch. So all you have to do is visit the website www.tgprofs.com. The fees is this. Plus, you will get 10% discount on it. Please don't forget to put that code. It's available on the website itself. As in when you visit it, okay? So as in when you visit it, you will get that coupon code 10%, right? Then reset batch starts on 17th January. So this batch is basically for resetters. Those of you who would have given the exam in December, their results will be out on 17th of January, right? And 17th of January is when I will give you 50% off for the reset batch. So if you failed your paper, you want to reattempt it. And for reattempting, you need some help. You need to enroll into the course, this batch, which would be already running. If you want to join in that batch, we will give you 50% off, but that would be on 17th of January for the resetters. Then the crash batch, if you are someone who's already given the paper, you don't want to study everything, you have the knowledge of your, let's suppose you know every concept, you know the IFRSs, but you're bad at application. That means you need practice. You need help with mocks, you need help with assignments. So that is what we call our crash batch as, and that starts in the first week of February, and the cost is very minimal for that. So if you are someone who wants to, like, just do practice, mocks and assignments, then of course you can just join the crash batch and save your money by not joining the premium batch. So I'm giving this information beforehand itself. Correct? Okay. That being said, that's all done with what is done for SBR and TG Profs, and everything is sorted. The admin thing has been talked about. Let's talk purely and merely about SBR. What is strategic business reporting? Let's understand it. When I say business reporting, I am reporting. Reporting means communication, right? And when I'm communicating my business numbers, that is strategic business reporting. So I am reporting my profits, I'm reporting my expenses, I'm reporting my incomes, I'm reporting my assets, liabilities, the cash that I have, anything in the owner's funds that have changed. So basically reporting my equity as well. So these things, when I report to the stakeholders, who exactly are the stakeholders? The people who have interest in my company. The people, like, for example, your employees, they're interested in your company, aren't they? Because of course, they are, depending on their employment for, like, they're depending on the salary from you. So if you are a going concern, they're happy. If you're going through some trouble which might impact their salaries, they're sad about it. So they are your stakeholders. They are interested in how your business is doing. Taxation authorities, they are interested that how much profit are you making. Based upon that, they will charge you tax. And if I talk about shareholders, existing ones, they're interested in your profits to see, like, what profit are you making. Based on that, the share price will fluctuate. Yes. And they will either make gains or they will make losses. So even existing shareholders are interested in every financial statement. Now, the potential shareholders, the people who want to invest in your company, they are interested to another level. They always want to see that, okay, what is the performance and the position of this company? If you invest in stock exchange, there is a fundamental analysis of a company. So if you want to invest, you want to see whether this company is financially sound or not. If I'm putting my money in my investment into this company, will I get returns? Will I get my principal back at least? So for that, I need to check their performance and position. So being existing shareholder, potential shareholder, employee, government, bank who is giving loan to you, you definitely need, you definitely need the results of the company. So that means some companies which are listed, they make their results public. So you can go and check what is the annual report of Unilever. You can go and check what is the annual report of Reliance company. So that's basically something you can check the report of IPC. So every company which is listed have their results available publicly. So I can download their annual report and check their results. But who is preparing this annual report is the question. Who's preparing this? It's the accountants. So once you become ACCAs, the first thing that would be expected out of you is to know what accounting is, what IFRSs are. So if you become a chartered accountant, first thing someone would ask you is, do you know how to file an ITR in India? And if I talk about if you are in UK, they will also ask you the same thing. Do you know how to file self-assessment? And second thing that they would ask you and expect you to know is IFRSs. Just like you go to a doctor, basic minimum thing you expect out of them is that they would be able to cure your fever. They'll be able to give you a medicine for your general, viral infection. So yes, being ACCAs means that you should be good and very much acquainted with the knowledge of IFRSs. So this whole paper of SBR is based upon communication. The accountants make the annual report, and via that report, they are communicating to the stakeholders. And the communication must have a language. Right now, which language am I using? Which language am I using? Come on. I'm using English. How many students are here who do not understand Hindi? So my local language is, my national language, in fact, is Hindi. So if I start using that, many people won't understand it. Maybe because we are here from various other countries as well. So I am using a international language. I'm using English. So my communication of reporting is English. Similarly, accountant is also communicating to the stakeholders. They should have a language of communication. Now, that does not mean that they will communicate in Hindi or English. They are communicating in terms of numbers. So what is the language of these numbers? The language of the numbers is IFRS. So IFRSs are nothing but the language in which the accountant communicates with the stakeholders. So the way, what is a language? It's a rule, right? So if I want to say it's a rule, right? Like in English, I'm saying the sentence. So this had some rules. When we used to study English language in our basic classes, we used to study about pronouns, we used to study about prepositions, conjunctions, how to make a sentence. Similarly, in accounts, how to make calculations, how to disclose something, how to communicate with the stakeholders. We have rules for that. And these rules are listed by IASB, International Accounting Standard Board. So these people, they are making standards which are used as a language to communicate with the stakeholders. And this language is known as IFRS. Correct? So in this paper of SBR, I'm learning this language. And why SBR is important? Because this language is needed as it is in advanced audit and assurance. Because what is AAA? AAA is checking, audit is checking whether the financial statements prepared by the accountant are correct or not. So how would you know whether the financial statements prepared by the accountant are fine or not? How would you know that? If I'm checking your mocks, how can I check your mocks? If I know the SBR syllabus, then only I can check your mocks. If I don't know SBR, how in the world can I check your papers? No. But if same concept is applied to the auditor, auditor is checking financial statements, and if he does not know the rules of making the financial statements, how can he audit them? Audit is checking, right? So how can he audit something that he does not know? So in audit also, it is very important that you know all the IFRSs. So basically, IFRSs are important for SBR, important for AAA. And if you're planning your next exam in March, you're giving SBR and you're planning your next paper, you should pick up AAA for sure. They are very related to each other, bread and butter. And if you're talking about giving some paper along with SBR, then also it should be AAA. And if you have given SBR in December attempt, pick up AAA now, if that's on your plan to give, right? So this is why SBR is important. Now, from where do I get my information? From where do I get my information of SBR? Have I studied IFRSs before in my ACCA curriculum? Answer is yes. You've studied your SBR's knowledge in financial reporting. So whatever you studied in financial reporting is as it is 100% carried forward to SBR. So SBR 75% is made up of FR only. Rules in SBR are not difficult. Yes, they are an extended version of FR. What is important in SBR is its application. Now the question is not just about rules that this goes via P&L, this goes via OCI, this is added, this is deducted. No. Now things have become more complex because this is professional level, of course. So now our focus is a huge case study. First, I have to identify in the case study which standard is applicable. Then I have to, find which part of the standard is applicable. And then I have to type along that, okay, what is the application in this case study related to this standard? So basically, now in SBR, it's not just rules, it's also application of those rules. Now, many students would have this doubt that, ma'am, I was exempted from FR. Just those who were exempted from FR, just raise your hand or just say hi to me in the chat box. Were you exempted from financial reporting paper? I'm sure there are many. Yeah. How many of you were exempted? Yeah, many. See, so many people were exempted from financial reporting. So what these students should do? You should first of all definitely enroll into a course for SBR. There will be many institutes. I believe it is variant from person to person, tutor to tutor. But being teaching SBR since 5 years now, I believe this is a myth when someone says go and buy FR classes first and then give SBR. I think that's a way of making money. And I would not suggest this to any of my student. See, if you're already giving SBR, you're stressed. And if I tell you you have to do another paper first and then SBR, that is totally illogical. I would say yes. If you're exempted, then you definitely need classes of SBR. Others can even manage this paper with self-study if they want to, if they have that, confidence in themselves, if they have that time to bang on the heads of the concepts themselves and not taking help of a tutor, then yes, you can go with self-study also. But the students who were getting exemptions, they should definitely go with someone, okay? They should definitely go with someone who is teaching SBR. So if you enroll into my course, for example, I am teaching SBR from the scratch. The first video that I've uploaded on my portal is that what do you mean by IFRSs? That is something that was taught in F3. Today I'm talking about what is SBR. Again, I'm developing it from the scratch. So I have this habit of teaching every subject, every important topic from the scratch only. So that is what I can guarantee, that I'll be teaching everything from the scratch. Plus, you should go somewhere where there are live classes, because you need someone to help you with your doubts. So I would say yes, I am also giving live classes. There are some batches which are just run on live batches, like just live classes. You can join them as well. So basically, you need extra aid in terms of like your conceptual clarity, because you might have more doubts as compared to other people. So there should be someone to help you with doubts. Honestly, if I talk about that, I just run on recorded model. Then the tutor is also not much interested to reply to your doubts, right? But if you're meeting frequently in live sessions, everyone is there in the class. By the time, we reach by the end of the quarter, I would remember people with names. In the last quarter of mine, I took very limited live classes. And this quarter, I've increased the live classes. The reason is that I want to increase the interaction. I want to know the students of my batch, what they are doing, whether they're understanding the stuff, what's happening with their doubts. We need to stay connected. So as in when the doubt arises, it should get clarified. So this time we have made huge changes for your doubt resolution. So we have included more live sessions. Plus, we've also added a portion of portal just for your doubts. So that I'll explain you later. Basically, if you're getting exemptions, you have to just focus a lot more on your conceptual clarity. And this is a myth that you have to give FR first and then SBR. No problem. You can start with SBR, but the point is you should get someone who teaches from scratch. Okay? I'm not the only one who teaches from scratch. There are many other tutors also. I'm sure they're also teaching from scratch. So don't get into that myth that I'll first buy FR and then give SBR. No. Okay? So let's continue with our session. So I have discussed with you that what is SBR and why it is important. Now, what is the format of SBR? Just have a look at this. So there are, okay, yes, there are two sections. Section A, question number 1, worth 30 marks. Now, this is a rule in SBR that I have to follow for time management. Many people fail this paper just because of lack of time management. You have to spend 1.8 minutes per mark. Okay. And 30 marks means 54 minutes. Just multiply 30 with 1.8. I'm sure you're getting 54. So my question number 1, I should spend 54 minutes. And there are people in their first mock. First mock, I'm telling you, on the day of the beginning of the batch, it's a shock. First mock is a shock. And you will bear that shock. You will come out of that shock, but that will take time. That will take another mock. Plus, with practice of case studies, rigorous practice, you will get this target achieved. Question 1, 54 minutes dot. So the first question is related to group accounts, basically consolidation, where one company acquires another company and then we make their accounts together. Their P&L is consolidated, their balance sheet is consolidated, their even cash flow is consolidated. So group accounts is a huge topic, carrying approximately 20 to 30 marks in your paper. So our first question is from group accounts, in addition with some other standards, like you can get a 5 or a 6 marker related to some other standard as well. This one will include pre-populated spreadsheet. Now, this is something that I will show you once we start with group accounts. There's no point of showing this right now. It's been 1 year. It was introduced in September 2023. This pre-populated spreadsheet was introduced in September 23. It's more than 1 year now. So it's no more a new thing. We have got accustomed to it. Back in the last year, yes, it was a new thing. Everyone was afraid of it. Right now, we are not afraid of it. We have so many examples of past papers where this topic was tested. So now we are good to go with pre-populated spreadsheet. So this question number 1 is calculation plus discussion. Sorted? I will calculate stuff, plus I will also discuss what I have calculated. Correct? Then what else do I have? Let's see. What else do I have? Question number 2. This is worth 20 marks and I should take 36 minutes dot for this. I would say this is the easiest question in the whole exam. Now you might say, ma'am, should we start our paper with question number 2? Because this is the easiest question? Answer is no. Because when you start with your exam, you are most productive, you are highly active, and you are writing in a very good format. And all of these skills are required while solving this pre-populated spreadsheet. So I need your activeness. I need your focus in question number 1. So always begin your exam with question number 1. Right? Then question number 2 worth 20 marks. It's related to ethics plus certain more IFRSs. And 2 professional marks are allocated in question number 2. So these professional marks are basically for the format that you use to answer the questions, plus professional marks are there for your logical flow. What are you writing? Is it related? Now, suddenly, if I start talking about how many people are there in my family, that is not a good flow, right? I'm talking about SBR. I shifted the topic. So similarly, if you were talking about something, you make sure that my first paragraph is connected to the second is connected to the third. That is what is logical flow of your answer. So question number 2 is ethics plus IFRSs, all discussion based. So basically an accountant would be there. He will be misapplying a standard, like for example, IS 16 on property, plant and equipment. He will be misapplying that standard. And we will point it out because we are doctors of IFRS. We know what IFRSs are. We know all the rules. So we will point out, dude, you're doing this incorrect. And then we will say, because you were doing this incorrect, was your intention bad? If your intention was bad, then of course, this is a fraud. And that is against ethics. You're not a good person because you committed fraud. And then if I talk about the error, if you have done it by mistake, unintentional, I will say that means you do not have enough competence. You missed your SBR classes. You don't know IFRSs. That means you lack professional competence and due care. So that is what exactly is tested in question number 2. Very interesting topic. And we will do it with the help of application. I do not teach ethics like a concept. So you won't see any recording on the portal regarding what are ethics, principles of ethics. No. We learn ethics with the help of questions. So when I will start with question practice, I will teach you ethics. So ethics theory is minute. Even it will take just 10 minutes for us. And its application is huge. So while practicing questions, we will learn the application of ethics. Clear? Next, let's go on. Section B. Question number 3 relates to 25 marks and I should be giving 45 minutes to it. It's number crunching plus discussion. Question 1 was also a mix of number crunching and discussion. Question number 2 was only discussion. Question number 3 is again a mixture. Okay. And this is for 45 minutes. Can I predict what will be tested in question number 3? No. Question number 3 is highly unpredictable and mostly this is everyone's pain in the exam. Pain point. Question number 3 is the most difficult question in the paper, usually. So it's very important that we learn to deal with section A because section A, guys, is predictable. If I become a pro in dealing with section A, I will have enough common sense and time left to deal with section B. You all agree with me on this? So it's always, in life also we say deal with easier things first. Later on, deal with the difficult bits. And the trick to pass SBR is to get your easy marks first. That's why I am going to take my easy marks from section A. Section B can also give me easy marks. I'll teach you everything, how to get your easy marks. There are questions which go bouncer over your head. And still from those questions, you can get a safe pass just by writing basic things. But that also needs brains. And that is what we will learn throughout our course, throughout our batch. Every time I do a concept with you, I'll take up a question and I'll say, see, this question was bouncer. Here you would not have thought about this. But even if you wrote this, you would have got marks. I teach you throughout your batch how to obtain easy marks. Correct? Then question number 4, basically discussion based. It has IFRSs and current issues both. Now, what in the world is this current issue? Like, what is this current issue? When I was a student, I used to think these are current affairs. Like we have to read newspaper also for SBR paper. I was totally terrified. And imagine I got to know that current issues are tested one day before the paper. And I was like, oh my God, I don't like the finance section of the newspaper. So how will I answer? But so dumb of me, I do agree. But current issues is basically IASB is keeping on making changes to IFRSs. There are always some changes happening. Now, change does not happen within a span of a second. First, an exposure draft is issued. Exposure draft is like proposed change. Everyone will review that exposure draft. Finally, a draft financial reporting standard will be out. Then everyone will review that draft. And then when that draft is approved, then we get a final change in IFRS. So what are the current exposure drafts? That is what is tested in current issue. Again, we are going to do it in our batch. It's also available. This current issue topic is also available freely on YouTube. So if you want to see that video, I'll be posting a new updated version of current issues in this quarter. So you can expect this video in the month of February. Okay, so current issue is a small topic. It will take you around 30 minutes. So I will upload that video in the month of February for all the students, even if you are self-study. If you are enrolled, of course, not just the concept, but also the application of the concept we will do along with the video debriefs of questions. So that is what I have in question number 4. And again, question number 4 is having 2 professional marks. See, whenever we have professional marks, just write in paragraphs. Otherwise, you can use bullet points. This is what I'm telling you right now. I will teach you this. Maybe even if you're self-study, I will have marathon sessions here. I'll teach you the answer writing. But if you're enrolled, you'll see me doing this again and again in the class. I really believe that we should write very simplified answers. If you look at the answers at the back of the kit of any paper in ACCA, they totally go over the head. They are like perfect answers. Statue of perfection. Can we write those answers? Have you ever thought, if you have given any paper, if you have given skill level, or if you have given any professional paper and read the answers at the back of the kit or ACCA suggested answers, have you ever thought that how do they expect us to write this in the given time? That is not something which is practically possible, and that is not something which is expected out of you. I will teach you how to make 1 point, like 1 bullet point, and get 1 mark out of it. Simple answer writing makes your life easier, the examiner's life easier. Please know this. I know how examiner checks the paper. We know as tutors how examiners are checking the paper. What they are looking for the answer, what they're looking in the answer, a keyword. So if you have put that keyword, they give you 1 mark. So it's a skill to learn in which situation, which keyword has to be fixed. So if you put that keyword, you get 1 mark. Okay. So 1 mark, 1 relevant point. So this is our format of the exam. Section A, question 1, question 2. Section B, question 3, question 4. Section B is more difficult and section A is easier. So start with section A from the very first question, end your paper with question number 4. Sorted? So this is what our format of exam looks like. Of course, I'll be sharing this PDF with you. Now, see, I'll just explain you the planner first of all. Let me go through the planner and then I'll teach you or tell you how you can access the course and how the things work in the batch. How can you ask your questions, how to study, watch the lecture, do the TYUs, all that stuff I'll talk about. But let's talk about the planner, right? So let's see what's here. SBR March 2025 planner, everyone, the one that you were waiting for. This time we have a lot of live sessions. Usually for concepts, I used to take 5 to 6 live sessions plus Super 20 sessions in the last month. This time we have 12 to 15 live sessions. Why? For interaction, for covering the concepts in the class, okay? Not just relying on the recordings. But that doesn't mean that I will give you recordings also and live class also. So you will, get intermingled what to study. So if I am saying that the live class for this concept is on 28th of December, if you can join that live class, I would motivate you to join it because I would be there in the class. You get a doubt, you get it clarified. It will be very interactive session. I promise you that. So if you join that live class, it's in your advantage. And I've kept the timings as per majority of the people should join. That is 8 p.m. Indian time on the weekdays and 7 p.m. Indian time on the weekends. So that is something which is manageable for majority of the people. So you should join the live class. But if you are not able to join the live class due to any XYZ reasons, of course, don't worry. Right after the session, within 2 hours, the portal will have the recording uploaded regarding that session. So if you have missed the session, no problems at all. The recording will be available right after the session. Okay. So let's see what we have in the planner. We first have basics in the portal. If you see, you can, interlink them. We have basics, conceptual framework is there, IFRS 13, fair value measurement. Conceptual framework is basically, if I'm making the standards are rules. Behind the rules, there are always some principles. For example, your school used to say, reach the school by 8 a.m. Why did they say this? Because they wanted to instill discipline in you. So discipline was the guiding principle for which we made a rule. So for every rule, there is a logic, there is a reason. And that reason comes for IFRS, the reasons come from conceptual framework. Then IFRS 13, fair value measurement. Fair value is the current value. For many assets and liabilities, how do you get their fair value? That is tested and told to you in IFRS 13. Then non-current assets include IS 16, 20, 23, 40, 36, 38, IFRS 5. So basically property, plant and equipment, you have government grants, you have borrowing cost, investment property, impairment, intangible assets, non-current assets held for sale. So all these standards you might have heard in FR, but don't worry if you have not heard about them in FR, if you have not given FR, anyways, we are going to teach it from the scratch. So you will do these standards from recorded sessions. For concepts on these topics, I will not have a live class. Okay? Reason? These are something which are carried forward from FR. So I suppose you guys can manage it. Right? Now, of course, I do not intend to confuse you guys. So I won't say that, guys, I've given you the recordings, do the questions yourself from the kit. Of course not. So after you're done with the concepts, wait for the live practice class. It's me who should take you to the exam kit via a live class. First time you visit the exam kit should be in the live class. Otherwise, it is dangerous. Okay. So don't perform this stunt by yourself. You might get injured. Okay. So here we have practice session on 24th of December. After this session today, I've given you 10 days. Get accustomed to the course, the portal, let the students come in. First session that we have is after 10 days from today. So you have 10 days to cover all these concepts. These are huge concepts on the portal. The recordings are available. If I've done one concept, I've taken questions from that concept. It will take you 10 days, no problem. If you want to go ahead after that, totally your wish. If you want to run ahead of this planner, I don't suggest it, but if you want to, you can. So 24th of December, it's a Tuesday, a weekday. So our session is at 8 p.m. Indian time, right? Then what about the notes? Every lecture will have a note attached to it. So if I talk about IS 16, the IS 16 portal recording will have the notes related to IS 16 attached. So what you have to do when you are watching the lecture, first download the attachment. Okay, keep it in front of you. Watch the lecture. If there is something that, you while watching the lecture, you've understood extra, which is not there in the notes, you can add it. So while watching the standard, first download the notes, keep them in front of you, and then watch the lecture. That's what I suggest. Then after that, IFRS 16, that is basically leases from 24th December till 28th December. That is the time that I've given to this standard. You will do it from the portal recording. Then on 28th December, I will meet on a Saturday after Tuesday. The next session will be Saturday. So we are having consistent standards and consistent live classes so that we do not lose touch. So after Tuesday, next class will be Saturday. Since it's a weekend, I hope you can be available on 7 p.m. so that we can have a longer session, right? Now, IFRS 9. Now, this is a standard which we have done in financial reporting, but it's a terrible nightmare in SBR. Ask any senior of yours, someone who's given SBR, ask them. The worst standard in SBR, they say, is IFRS 9. Because of obvious reasons, this is a very complex and technical standard. Now, I have the recordings of this standard. They are the recordings from the previous batch, but I'm not including it in your course. The reason is that I don't want to confuse you whether to go with live classes or recorded classes. I am saying it is best that you attend this standard live with me. So the classes for the concept. So 28th of December, you're done with IFRS 16 right after 28th on 29th, 30th and 2nd January. 3 sessions. 3 sessions for 2.5 to 3 hours every day. You can just expect like 9 hours of class just for IFRS 9. And we are going to do it live in the class. Every part, every inch of IFRS 9, together with the questions on IFRS 9 from the exam kit, we will do it in the live class. So 29th December, it's a Sunday, first session on IFRS 9. Second session on Monday, third session on Thursday. If you miss it, you have the recording. No problem. Of that live session, you'll get the recording. But it is highly recommended that you attend live class because that's why I'm arranging more live classes this time. I want interaction. I want to clarify your doubts on time. Okay. That is our schedule for IFRS 9. Next, IFRS 2, share-based payment. Again, this is a very technical standard. We've never done this in FR. This is to be done on 2 dates. I will take 6 hours for this standard. With the questions on this standard, of course, not just 6 hours for the concept alone. No, with the questions and your doubt clarification. So 4th of January, Saturday, first live session on IFRS 2. 8th of January, Wednesday, second session on IFRS 2. And as and when we'll be doing with the unit. For example, I got done with the unit 1. I'll take your assignment. I got done with IFRS 16. I'll take your assignment. IFRS 9, assignment. IFRS 2, assignment. So how many units do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are 7 assignments from SBR. Over the period of time of 3 months, you will get 7 assignments, 2 mocks. 7 assignments will be marked by the TA. 2 mocks, out of 2 mocks, 1 is marked, 1 is just debriefed. That is basically your pre-March debrief from ACCA. Right? So that is basically what is IFRS 2. No recordings for that. Live classes have to be referred to. And if you miss the live class, then you can attend the recording of it. Then IS 12, deferred taxation. We will do it on 11th of January, 15th of January. Again, 2 days for IS 12 along with the questions. Deferred taxation, you all have done in FR, but there are new aspects to deferred taxation which are not really so easy to handle. That's why a live class for it. Group accounts now. See, group accounts is something that I suggest that you do via recordings because it's a bulky topic. I need more time for the practice of group accounts as compared to the concept of group accounts. So group accounts concept you can cover via recordings. So I will give you time from 15th of January till 22nd of January to cover your group accounts topic. And for practice, we will meet live in the class. See, I've written when I have to do concept and when I have to do practice. So for practice, I will meet on 22nd January, 8 p.m. Indian time for practice of group accounts. Same 25th January, Saturday, practice of group accounts. Other small standards like IS 37, IS 10, the operating segments, the small and medium sized entities, these are all one-pager standards. Will take you like 1 hour in total. You'll cover them plus the current issues, plus the analysis part. You'll cover them by 1st of February, and then we'll have a practice class on these topics on 1st of February. So basically, I'm getting done with my concepts, my practice, topic-wise practice. That means past papers are done simultaneously also. Of course, we can't do a full question of SBR by doing partial syllabus. So we can do parts and pieces of the question. So parts and pieces of the question will be done along with the concepts. So by 1st February, we are done with the concepts. We are done with partial practice. And then thereafter, we will start with our ultimate planner. Now, this planner was the basic plan. After February 1st, you're going to start with ultimate planner. Now, what exactly this ultimate planner is? See, I need to give you a foolproof plan of passing. And I know by far till 1st February, you all are good with concepts. You have done revisions, you've given assignments, you've done past papers with me. But still, application on your part can be pending. So you need to start your exam kit solely after 1st of February. How can you start it? Just look at this on your portal. How Ultimate Planner works. There is a kit question debrief section on your portal. Those of you who are planning to enroll or who are already enrolled, you can see this portal section. It is kit question debrief. So basically in this section, if you see, there are a lot of questions solved. How many questions are solved? There are around 24 lessons. Every recording has around 3 questions. I'm saying I've solved these questions. So basically, I have typed the answers out in the video. So it's like a video exam library. I would call this is a video Kaplan kit. No more need to actually go to the kit answers and bang your head at the back of the kit. Video Kaplan kit. Everything is solved, debriefed in the class, and my answers, simple answers attached along with the video. How to watch these questions, on which date, which question video has to be done. Of course, you can't just rely on me solving the questions. You have to do them yourself also. So there will be some self-study questions as well. For example, I can say gas nature, Artrite, Zippy, do from the recording. Carbello and Greer, do yourself. If you are stuck somewhere, I have a video for Carbello and Greer. No problem, watch it. So basically, I'll give you a plan that these questions are done on these dates. This is self-practice question. This is something that you should watch from the video because it is difficult. So that is what ultimate planner is, and that is your ultimate exam success trick. This is something I would say it's a diamond. I am so proud of this portion of my portal. Okay. And if you are like enrolling anywhere, make sure they're doing enough question practice. Concepts, everyone is doing. Concepts, we've done in FR also. What matters in SBR is answer writing. The way you type your answers, the way you interpret a case study, the way you actually solve a case study, identify a standard, that is a skill. And all these videos, how many videos do you want? 24 lessons. Each is like having 3 questions or 2 questions. So it's like ultimate thing to pass SBR. And in the crash course, you only get access to this. So that is something which is going to help you in February. Everyone in February, whether it's a self-study student, whether it's a crash course student, whether it's a research student, or whether you are premium batch student, everyone will be doing kit question debriefs. In addition to live classes. Now, that doesn't mean that I've given you recording, so I'll say bye-bye class, do it yourself. No. I am going to give live sessions as well. Yes. So there will be there will be 6 days of continuous live classes after your syllabus is done, which will have Super 20 debriefs. Now, will the Super 20 questions be here? Will you find Super 20 questions here? Some of them, yes. Some of them will be from ACCA Study Hub. So I am not just covering Kaplan Kit with you. No. We are doing ACCA Study Hub as well. How much coverage do you want apart from this? ACCA Study Hub plus Kaplan Kit plus pre-mock plus mock plus assignments. That's how you pass. That's how you guarantee a pass. If you follow all this, I'm sure I guarantee you pass. Okay? That's a moral guarantee if you follow everything. If you follow my plan, if you're attending my live classes, if you watch all these videos, you follow the ultimate planner, and you understand and you keep on reflecting on your performance every now and then. If you did this video and in this video you found like, okay, I was stuck in this concept. Now, if you leave that concept and move ahead, no, you have to revise that. You have to see where you went wrong. That's how you pass. If you're doing all these things, because usually people, what they do, I've seen is they procrastinate. So if I've told them do this by this day, they will do it 1 week later, 2 weeks later. If you do that, then how can I help you pass? Then of course, even you are not falling in that 70% pass percentage of my batch. You're spoiling my batch pass percentage also, and you're spoiling your exam fees also. So why can't we be consistent? Why can't we be punctual? It's just a matter of 3 months. You all need to pass ACCA and get recruited, get good salaries, and move ahead in your professional career, right? So I hope everyone can actually follow what I've told them and what I'm telling them, right? So this is how we work in the premium batch, crash batch, and reset batch. Okay. So this is the ultimate planner. And of course, after Super 20 sessions, which will be for around 3 to 4 hours every day for 6 days continuously in February. Again, their timings will be 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Then our first mock will be on 20th February. Its debrief will be on 26th February. Second mock will be on 27th February. Then grand revision will be on 3rd March, which is a YouTube live, which is available for everyone to attend. So you can watch that grand revision live on the YouTube, right? And 6th of March, you have your exam. So this is a foolproof plan, bulletproof plan to pass SBR. So if you are a willing candidate, just get this printed, paste it in the wall, like the moment you wake up, you see this plan and you are motivated to follow it. Okay. Now, okay, do classes are in Hindi or English? English for international students and Indian students combined, it's in English. Okay. Now let's see what we have. If you are planning to enroll, and how can you actually study? First, you will attend the lecture based upon whether it is live or recorded. For example, IFRS 9 is to be done live. So I will share the notes with you prior to the class. So you will have those notes with you while attending the live session. First, attend the lecture. Okay. Read the notes attached. If it is a recorded class, you have the notes attached. After doing this, one extra step is that you have to solve TYUs from the Kaplan text. This is to be done till 1st February. If by 1st February you have not done this, then you will not do this after 1st February. TYUs hit your base. What are TYUs? They are test yourself questions. Once you enroll and you see my lectures, you will see me solving many TYUs. My every concept is linked with a TYU. But there are some TYUs in a class that I tell you, you have to do it yourself because I need to test your concept. So you have to solve these TYUs after doing the lecture. Then you have to do exam kit questions with me in the live practice class. You will not perform the stunt of opening the exam kit by yourself. You'll do it with me in the live class. Then in the live class, for example, IS 16 and all other non-current assets live class is happening on 24th of December, right? So I will tell you the questions after that live class that you can do by yourself. So I will do few questions in the class with you. I'll teach you how to apply your skills. And then I'll give you a list of questions and their requirement. Like you can't solve the whole paper or the whole question yourself. So I'll tell you, okay, for example, question number 2, part B. This is what you can try after the class. So you have to do only those questions. So while doing the concepts, you have to be very selective. Because in SBR, you can't pick up random questions and solve just by solving or doing few concepts. Then that's what I've written. Do not try to attempt full SBR questions until you complete the syllabus. That's why we are starting with question practice on after 1st of February. We will do bits and pieces of the questions until February, and full question practice will start in Feb via Ultimate Planner. I've already told you what is Ultimate Planner. That is the diamond of SBR question debrief section, right? So this is your way of study. Now, how to ask your doubts? Honestly, I will be very brutal and truthful about it. When you ask your doubts, see, I've made a WhatsApp group for you. What happens is I add you into a WhatsApp group, you put your doubt there, and then the WhatsApp is flooded with messages from other students also. For example, someone is watching me on YouTube, they would text me on WhatsApp as well. And with most of the tutors out there, I would say, and it is a genuine problem, that we are not able to bifurcate which student is enrolled with us and which student is actually someone who's just asking a random doubt. So that becomes unfair to the students who pay for the course. And I admit that happens. I would say it happens with almost every faculty. If you're, studying in a big batch and you're part of a WhatsApp group, you keep on tagging the tutor and maybe the tutor doesn't reply because so many messages, everything in, I think WhatsApp has become very informal way of communication. And there are so many repetitive doubts. It's like everyone would ask a doubt and one person had asked the same doubt and the second person asked the same doubt. It becomes very hectic for me to reply and for the TA to reply. See, I also have on the WhatsApp group the TAs to reply, the tutor assistant. But the effective way of replying, the effective way of asking your doubts, not today, okay? Right now, you can still use WhatsApp group to ask doubts, the paid WhatsApp group that you are part of if you have enrolled. So once you enroll, you are added into a special WhatsApp group. You can ask your doubts there for now. From Monday means 16th of December 2024, you will be given access to a community on portal. So we have worked on this. We have developed this community on our website. What you have to do, for example, this is one of our students. So you have to use your credentials and log in into the website. Then you have to go on the top. On Monday, you will start seeing a community section. The people who are enrolling right now, they are seeing it currently only. So you will see a community tab. Okay, when you open your portal, you will see it on the top, community tab. You're going to click there. Okay. Then you will click on SBR. So if you are enrolled into SBR, after clicking the community tab, you will get various groups. But you are part of SBR community, you want to ask doubts related to SBR, so you will click on this. All the people who are there in the batch, they will be there in this discussion group. I'll give access to discussion group to all of you by Monday. Okay. Now, what you will do is, you will add a title of your doubt here. Whatever your doubt title means related to, let's suppose your doubt is related to PPE. So you will give the title PPE initial recognition title. Then you will type your doubt here. If you have, like for example, you're asking a question, a screenshot is there. You can attach the screenshot here. Okay. Then you will post your query. If you want to ask it in a form of voice note, let's suppose you want to send a voice note to me. You can even attach voice note here. Just one thing is that your maximum file size should be up to 5 MB. Okay. You attach it here, write your doubt here, explain your doubt here, and then post it. Now, everybody can see this doubt. You posted, one single person has posted the doubt, but everyone in the batch, 200 people are there. So everyone in the batch can watch, okay, that what query was asked. After that, I will get that doubt, I'll receive that doubt, and I will reply under it. It will be either me or the TA. You'll get to know who is replying, okay? By the name, it will come. Is it the parent access? That means it's me who's replying, or it's the TA who's replying. So partially, it will be dealt with both of us. So now I will reply to your query over here, okay? So once you post it under the same query, you will see your reply. I can reply with a video debrief. Let's suppose you asked me a numerical. If I have time, I can, record a screen recording and paste it under it. Everyone can see it. If I have to reply via voice note, I will attach the voice note along with it. And if I have to reply via typing, that is also possible. Now, what is the turnaround time? The turnaround time on the portal will be 24 hours. So within 24 hours, you'll get your query resolved. Okay. I would request, sometimes what people do is they'll ask a question and then they'll not attach the screenshot. Please attach the screenshot. If you're asking the doubt from question number 1, part B, just take a screenshot of it, attach it. It will make my job easier. And I would be able to spend time on explaining rather than finding, oh, you mentioned a question, which question is it? Sometimes you're using different resources. So just, please attach the screenshot along. That's how your queries will be resolved. So this is something that we have to offer to you at TG Profs. Okay. So we have recorded sessions, increased live classes, portal query support. Plus, of course, we have the the WhatsApp group also, but it's an informal way. So with time, we will adapt fully to the portal. So I will, from Monday onwards, I will entertain the technical doubts only on the portal. Okay, sorted. So I am done with all of my things that I had to discuss. Now I'm open to hear your doubts out. So whatever your query is, please post it in the chat box. Let's see. Okay. Hi, Benson. Thanks for being active in the session. Glad to have you here. Okay. So everyone who's active, I always remember their names. So I hope if you're in the batch, I would see you in the live classes. And it will be fun to have interaction with students who are active. All notes are given before classes commence or as per class progress. Emmanuel, it is given as per, like, for every recording, the note is attached with it. And for the live class, which will happen, I'll share the class PPT before the class. Okay. Ma'am, do classes are in English or Hindi? It's English. Ma'am, if we see recordings available on portal of classes like IFRS 9, is it not recommended? No, I've removed the recordings of the standards that I'm going to do live. I've removed them. So IFRS 9, IFRS 2, IS 19, I have the recordings, but I've removed them because I intend to do that live. And even if you miss the live class, you will watch the recordings of that live session, which will be available. Okay. Should we complete every TYU? Yes, yes. Do we have to give our exam on Excel spreadsheet? Yes, it's a combination of Word and Excel. I'll teach you throughout the sessions. I will use the ACCA CBE platform and tell you exactly how to use it. Okay. Will you provide Kaplan materials? It's available with everyone. I think if you text someone, they'll share it. Can you share the timetable by the date of lecture? Share the kind of timetable by date of lecture. Harsh, that's what I've done just now. I've shared the timetable, the whole planner. Fees of crash course and when it is available to purchase. It is $60 for crash course available to purchase in February first week. Will this planner be made available on the portal? Yes, yes, of course. This orientation will also be made available on the portal with the planner. And I'll also share this planner on your WhatsApp group. Where can we find the planner? After the session will be shared on the WhatsApp group and in the description of this video. Of course, you can't see the planner right now on the portal because I just shared it just now. Okay, ma'am, for June attempt, when will the enrollment start? It starts in January, like after the results of December. So 17th of January. How to use answer recording? I'll tell you once you start with the ultimate planner, I'll tell you. How can we access March planner in the portal? I'll share this planner after the session with you. Will study material be provided? Yes. Ma'am, do we have to give SBR exam on Excel spreadsheet? I've already discussed that. Thank you, Sultan. On the portal, there are live recorded lectures. Should we wait till live session plan to watch them, or the content is different? Aditya, if you refresh your portal now, I have removed the lectures of IFRS 9, IS 19, and IFRS 2 because I am doing an IS 12. I am doing these 4 standards live in the class. So I've removed the recordings. Now you can't see those recordings. Prior to this session, the things were not updated because we start with the session today. Where can we find the PDF of this planner? Will be shared on the WhatsApp group, Surabhi. What about IFRS 15? It's recorded. It's to be done. Again, it's not recorded. It's to be done live. Just check out your plan. I'll share it after the session. Just see, you'll get to know. Read the planner once. You'll get to know which standards are live, which are recorded, and what are the dates of the live class. Ma'am, should we use both Kaplan and Study Hub? No, for concepts, just use Kaplan. And for your practice, use Kaplan kit first and Study Hub only the questions that I tell you. So basically, this time our Super 20 questions will be from the Study Hub and we will do it in our live classes. So no need to worry. Just be in the class and you will do it all. Ma'am, should we use Kaplan and Study Hub? Okay, I chose UK-based SBR option. I was not knowing that we should learn 24th chapter. Question 3 was only based on that chapter. Is that a usual thing? Yes, yes. UK gap is an extra thing. So if you are opting for SBR UK version, it is something extra headache. You should only opt for SBR UK if you want to work with small clients in the UK. Okay. And otherwise, give international version only. There's no need of UK version. Even if you're studying for the UK version, I give you one extra recording for the UK version. That is towards the end of the syllabus. How will you send the live class link for enrolled students? It's via the portal. You join the class via the portal. So before the date of live class, my team will send you a proper message that how to join the live class. So you click on the portal link, like, there will be a live class section on the portal. There will be a link there. You click on it and you'll get directly into the Zoom class. Ma'am, how to answer recording is first we solve the question. I'll teach you that. See, there are questions which are, some are self-practice, some are via the recording. If I say do this question via the recording, then you will just watch the recording. No need to read it yourself, brainstorm and anything. Just watch the recording, save your time. Sometimes I say this question is self-practice. Self-practice means first you will do it yourself, read the answer at the back, okay? After that, if you have doubts, then only you will watch the recording. I hope you understand. Okay. Is it difficult to use Excel spreadsheet? No, no, not at all. Why don't you teach AA? Okay, I'll start soon, I hope. Yeah, Excel spreadsheet is a little time taking, but you'll learn it over 3 months period by giving assignments and mocks. So always when you're typing your answer, use Word and spreadsheet. Okay. Mustafa, just get in touch with me on my WhatsApp. Send me a number, Mustafa Bora. Yes, Benson, exactly. Can you share how to combine study with AAA? Okay, I'll make another video on that. How to combine SBR with AAA. Okay, I'll give you a plan for combined studies. Portal does not work on iPhone. It does work. Just use your Microsoft, like just use your Safari browser. Don't use Chrome on iPhone. That won't work. So Safari browser on iPhone. So it works on the internet, right? There's no app or something like that. We are working on that. Can we extend from March to June attempt after the result is out without any payment? Yes. Yes. Guys, please pay attention. You guys can extend. If you enroll with me right now, let's suppose you enroll into the March batch. But you on 17th of January, you get unfavorable results for the previous paper that you gave in December. So now you want to postpone your SPR paper. If you inform me by 18th of January 2025, that yes, ma'am, I want to extend my SBR course, it will be done free of cost. If you tell me after that, it will be chargeable as 30% of the cost because it's a cumbersome process for us to manually change your access, change all the accounting at the back end. So till 18th of January, we understand it's genuine. So we will extend it free of cost. After that, the extension fee is applicable. Now, if the exam has passed, that means the date 6th March has passed, and then you say, I want extension, that again is going to come up at, like, there is no concept of extension after the exam date has passed. So before the exam date, you can take extension, which will be 30% of the course fee. But if you inform me by 18th of January, it is free of cost. Okay. How are assignments made available? Will we get feedback? Yes, you get feedback on the assignments. Assignments are made available on the portal as well as the WhatsApp group, and the reply on assignments come via the, the email. Okay, can we get the link for live classes in the portal community, or we'll get the link on the WhatsApp? You get it on the portal. Is the rank difficult with planner? No, rank is very much possible if you follow this plan. I'm sure that you'll get a rank if you 100% follow this plan and the things that I've told you, especially the diamond of SBR. Okay. I've enrolled already, but I'm planning for June attempt. Will I be able to access the recordings of live lectures of March as well? Yes. So if you want to extend your course to June, you can by 17th, 18th of January, you can inform us and get your extension. No problem. But you won't be able to attend live classes of the March. No, you'll get recordings. You won't attend live classes, but you'll get recordings. Live classes of June will start after the March attempt. That's it, guys. I hope I've clarified most of the doubts. If some of them are pending, please feel free to reach out to me via my WhatsApp number. That's available on the website and will be available in the description box. I hope this video has helped all of you. And let's begin with our new batch with full enthusiasm and smiles and, a lot of blessings so that we make through this paper and pass this in the very first go. So just follow the planner. Again, planner will be available in the description of this video. If you have any doubts, you can ask in the comment section after the video is uploaded, just after a few minutes, or you can reach out to me on my WhatsApp number. Okay, that will again be available in the description of this video after I post this. So thank you for watching it. All the very best. May God bless you all. And for all the enrolled students, see you on 24th of December with non-current assets, basics, and conceptual framework. Thank you.